if you felt that Nigeria did wrong, the right authorities should have reported to was CAF.
Was CAF, yeah.
Not to retaliate. The points, 3 points, 3 goals have been given to Nigeria because some weeks back I came here and I made a story about Nigeria and Libya having some internal, issues with regards to a game Nigeria was supposed to play in Libya. Yeah. Unfortunately, they had some challenges. The Nigerian authorities called out Libya for some foul play that they noticed, and they finally had to report to CAF. And a lot of people felt that CAF, were not going to do anything about this. Best of all, Nigeria was going to lose some points because usually the one who doesn't show up for the game loses the points. But CAF said they were going to investigate and find out who really fall foul of the CAF rules and regulations. Right, that ruling, that investigation has been done, and that ruling has been put out. And we're here to have a quick conversation around that. Before I introduce my guest, let me just read for you quickly the CAF decision on that particular incident. So CAF Disciplinary Board, I'll read only the decision part of the statement. CAF Disciplinary Board decides that the Libyan Football Federation is found to have breached Article 31 of the African Cup of Nations regulations, as well as Article 82 and 151 of the CAF Disciplinary Code. The match number 87, Libya versus Nigeria of the CAF African Cup of Nations Qualifiers 2025, scheduled to be played on October 15th, 2024 in Benghazi, is declared lost by forfeit by Libya, into brackets by a score of 3-0. So basically, it is just telling us that Libya has lost that game, or the points, 3 points, 3 goals have been given to Nigeria because Libya has fallen foul of the CAF rules and regulations. The Federation stated that the Libyan Football Federation is ordered to pay a fine of $50,000 for the fine is to be paid within 60 days of notification of the present decision. All other and further motions or prayers for relief are dismissed. So it tells you that this is a final decision.
Yeah.
No further, appeals and all of that. Nigeria has won the case against Libya. Right. As usual, I have my man G.H. Amando in the building for us to have a conversation about this particular episode. My name is Prince Samdan, as usual. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe if you're watching for the first time. Smash the like button and we get going. Right. So, and what do you make of this particular ruling from CAF? Do you think, following the story, Nigeria really deserved to be given the 3 points and the 3 goals?
Well, yeah, I think so. It is actually a good thing CAF has to investigate.
Right.
We all were waiting for this verdict, and I'm happy it turned out. That's finally come. We can't actually be allowing this kind of things to happen in our football. That is not going to speak well of African football as well. So I think that's a good decision, so far as they have found that Libya has fault in it, and they actually said that the plane was actually diverted
from its original
scheduled place.
Yes,
that is bad.
Yes, and that was exactly what happened. I remember the pilot being interviewed, and he said it categorically because people wanted to be sure that it wasn't the pilot's own decision. Because speculations had started. Yeah, people blaming the pilot, but then the pilot had to clear his head, stating that no, it was. Even he insisted that it was not safe. Yeah, listen, it was not safe to, redirect the landing of a plane at the 11th hour. He being the pilot, being an expert, he told them. He said he asked about 8 times, and they still insisted that he turned back. He even complained that because they know where they are going. Their fuel is always calculated. It may not send them back. But these people still said that they should go back. So for me, that was a bit inhumane.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really help. And what I said this in the last video, but then I was trying to explain the other side of the story. But producer cut a short part of it and then posted. A lot of people in the what's the name? On the page didn't understand that part.
Yeah.
They felt I was supporting Libya.
Libya, okay.
It's when you are investigating a story, you don't just take one side of the story. You listen to the other side.
Yeah.
And according to the other side, the Libyan captain said that they also suffered similar treatment in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And I said that if that is true, then it means it's not fair.
Yeah.
But I also went on to counter that the Nigerian football protocol officer, one of the deputy protocol officer also, came out to say that wasn't true.
True, yeah.
It was because of their own issues.
Yeah.
That's caused them to not have or go to the right place.
Yeah.
Instead of going to Uyo, they rather went to Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
Which was why they had issues with their flights going to the wrong place and all of that.
Yeah.
But this was an intentional redirection.
Yeah, I think it was very intentional.
That for me, I think CAF did a great job. And this, I think, would instill a lot more trust in the system.
Yeah.
Because some of these issues will happen and then CAF will sweep it under the carpet. So it makes a lot of people not to trust the system. Even when this happened, a lot of people said nothing will come out of it.
Because they also believe that Nigeria did the same thing and nothing happened.
So I think that, and that is even the point. If you felt that Nigeria did wrong, the right authorities should have reported to CAF.
Yeah.
Not to retaliate. If CAF had investigated and gotten to know that Nigeria actually did wrong intentionally, then they would have been punished.
Yeah.
But you took laws into your own hands to retaliate in a very despicable way.
Yeah.
And it is intentional because there was this page called Libya something on Facebook that actually posted it before exactly what he said happened. In the page happened. So it tells you that it was a planned and calculated thing. So I feel that, as you said earlier on, African football is beyond those kind of unnecessary things we do, especially in the North African countries. They deploy some of these tactics when they're playing with some of the other African counterparts, especially using the laser the laser lights pointing at people's faces and all of that. All of these things should be stopped. I don't know why every tournament it still happens. I think that is one thing CAF should also look at and make sure they stop all of this nonsense that happens in African football. You don't see this anywhere apart from Africa. And it is wrong. It is wrong. I think that this was one of the things that CAF has gotten right.
Yes.
They should make sure that they are up and doing. We love to enjoy African football like we enjoy the European football. And all of these little decision making is important. It's key to making the game more beautiful. Important. I don't know what you think, but
I agree with you. You know, we tend to watch whatever the Europeans are doing. Not. Why don't we follow the way they run their football,
which makes it enjoyable for us to follow?
I don't think if I know I have a homeland, which I have a proper team, I'll be supporting Manchester or Chelsea.
No.
If they do the right thing, if they follow the rules, if they have the beautiful stadiums that I want to watch, if they have the beautiful structures
coverage
that I want to see,
and
the
all
coverage
of that.
and everything, why will I leave my home? My home team, my brother is in there playing, then I'll be watching somebody else.
It tells you that we have a long way to go.
We still have a long way to go. So I think we as an Africans has to sit back. We are actually copying a lot from them. Let's do it the right way. Let's take the right things from them. We don't just take the one we want to take and then leave the rest. So I think that was a good decision.
So guys, let us know what you think in the comment section as well. Nigeria won this particular ruling and they have 3 points now. So now, even without this game, they were on top of the game. So now they are automatically still on top of the game, as we know. So and we'll be bringing you a lot more. The next break is going to be in November, I think. The next international break. We'll be following up with the games and we'll be bringing you a lot more of those games as well. So guys, subscribe if you are watching for the first time and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace. We are.